Okay guys, in this video we're going to be doing part number 4, counter-bearing bracket. This is a metric drawing, so we're going to be working with a standard IPT. The first thing that we want to do is to create a rectangle like this, and then another one directly below it. I'm going to go ahead and connect my center line or my center point of my line to the origin, and then the center point of this bottom line to the center point of the bottom rectangle. That makes sure that everything is in line. Let's go ahead and dimension this to be 140 from left to right and 19 from top to bottom of the top rectangle and 9 for the bottom rectangle. This bottom rectangle has a dimension of 38.1, and let's go ahead and extrude. We're going to extrude this by 70 millimeters. Now we can go ahead and create the back piece. So I'm going to turn this around and create a sketch on the back. I'm going to project my geometry. I'm going to go ahead and draw a circle that has a diameter of 70. Go to my and go to my vertical constraint and click on the center line or the center point of my circle and the midpoint of my bottom rectangle to make sure that they are exactly in line with each other. I'm then going to dimension from my circle to this bottom line here, and that will be 113. I'm going to add 2 lines just randomly, not connected to the circle, but I am going to connect them to these corners, and then I'm going to use my tangent button to connect this to this and my circle to this line. Once you have that, go ahead and extrude. Select both the circle and the section made by those 2 lines, and we are going to flip this and extrude by 19, and we have this right here. The next sketch will go right here on this face, and I'm going to use my project geometry, use my circle, and create a circle that has a 70 millimeter diameter, and extrude this by 51. But since we already extruded it by 19, we do have to subtract 19. Now we have a general shape. I'm going to create a new sketch, expand my origin, and select the YZ plane. I'm going to project my geometry of that circle that is sticking out, as well as this bottom rectangle and this back rectangle. I'm going to create kind of a rectangular, I'm going to create a triangular shape. I'm not connecting to anything just yet, and I'm going to close it off so that way I'm sure that this part completely fits. I'm going to right click and go to slice graphics so that way I can see the inside. And now I'm going to make sure that this line connects to this endpoint right here, and that is it. I'm going to leave this hanging out and not touching any of these other lines because I want to make sure that I have more than enough space when I extrude this. So finish your sketch, extrude, and we're going to split it in both directions symmetrically 19. We have 3 holes to add, so the first 2 holes that I'm going to add will be on this face right here. 1 and 2. I'm going to line them up horizontally, so that way when I move one, the other one will move. I'm going to click the equals constraint, so that way they are equal with each other. The radius of this, the diameter of this circle is 19, and they are located 41 from the center and 82 center to center. They are also located 45 from the back. Once you have that, go ahead and extrude, and we are cutting all the way through. And we have this last hole to add here, so I'm going to use my hole function. Click on this face, click on the circle, that's my concentric surface, and type in 38.1. Go ahead and save this. When you open up your title block, remember that it is default in inches, so go to Tools, Document Settings, and change this to Default Standard ANSI mm, apply and close. Now go and place your base view, our front, our right, and our top view. I did notice that we forgot to add fillets, so let's go back to our drawing and add those fillets. The first fillet that we're going to add is going to happen on these corners right here. These have a radius of 9. Everywhere else has a radius of 3. So change your radius and start selecting all of your edges. Go ahead and save, and then go back to this, and now we can see that our fillets are now easily seen. It is now your responsibility to add dimensions, add a note that says metric, and changing the drawing name. If you guys have any questions, please let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video.